Man, what's going on YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for the love and support. I want to thank everyone that comment on my videos, like my videos, share my videos, and just even subscribe to my channel. I will always be humble for that, and I thank y'all for that so much. I really do. So how y'all evening going so far? What are y'all cooking for dinner? How was your day at work? How was your day period? And I want to know, what did you accomplish this week so far? What are some good things that has happened to you this week? And just share it with me, man. Let me know. I would love to hear some good stories in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? If y'all could do that for your boy. Now, before we get started, please hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. These Africans, man. These Africans, man. So, I have to get this out my spirit, y'all, sometimes. That's why I come to y'all and I have to release this, because it's kind of hard to me release my feelings and how I be feeling dealing with these people on social media sometimes. So I had to come here and just African trauma dump on y'all. That's what we're going to call it. I'm African trauma dumping on my FBA family right now. That's what I'm doing. But another thing, and like I always say, I'm pretty sure y'all heard this before. Y'all have witnessed this before. But another thing that I be noticing Africans be saying is, like, we copy them. Like, everything they got going on in Africa, we took from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with music. They always say we stole, our style come from African style, because what y'all doing in America, we was already doing before the transatlantic slave trade. Because one dude got on there and said, I came back, I need to start recording some of these lives I be on. Not my lives, but other people's lives I be on. Because sometimes I like to go on the African lives and troll them. But this African dude said the first people that was on the slave ship was singing R&B on the slave ship. But it was like a freedom song that they were singing. I said, what? I said, what? First and foremost, what R&B song was they singing? And what freedom song they was singing that translate to how we sing? Think about this shit. I said, what? I said, now that's the wildest thing I ever heard. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. But listen, let's start with music. They say that, you know, we was doing music before Black Americans, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Who is y'all African Teddy P? Who is y'all African Teddy P? Who is y'all African? Oh, let me think. BB King. Who is y'all African BB King? Huh? Who's y'all African? Let me think of somebody that's African. Yeah, who's y'all African Gangsta Boo? Because I'm a down south fan, y'all. You know, I'm a down south rap fan. So, but who's y'all African Gangsta Boo? Who's y'all African Mia X? Huh? That's what I want to know. That's how. Who's y'all African Scarface? Who? Somebody tell me who. And what's our sister that started the rock and roll back in the day? Who was they African person that started the rock and roll? Who's that? I'm having a brain fart. I know y'all gonna. But who? Africans really don't have no talent. I'm serious. Like, have y'all ever listened to African music before? Have y'all ever? It gives the vibes of me want to go hunting when I listen to African music. It gives me the vibe that I want to hide in a bush when I listen to African music. Man, when I listen to African music, man, all I can think of just hunting a monkey. That's how I feel when I listen to African music. I don't get no feeling out of that. There's no love that you get from listening to African music. All the music that you can't feel is the Africans that copy Black American music and translate it to African, but still have a Black American tone to it. You know what I'm saying? Like Black American beats, Black American lyrics, Black American style. Yeah, I can feel that a little bit, but just straight African cultural music, I can't feel it. I'm sorry. It feel like I'm looking at a Lion King movie or something. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get freaky and smart with that. Another thing they always want to talk about, you copied our food. Y'all copy everything we do. Y'all copy okra. Y'all copy all these things that we don't copy nothing that y'all have, man. This is the thing I don't think Africans understand. African will say, well, we got eating chicken from them. There's a chicken almost on every goddamn continent. So you mean to tell me that out of all the continents in the world, that Africa was the only place that was cooking chicken? Think about that. Just think about this. There was no chickens around the world except in Africa. But where the chickens at in Africa now? Why is Africa the only place that know how to cook chicken, but nobody else around the world that know how to cook chicken? So you mean to tell me the indigenous people over here or in South America or Asia or whatever, they were just walking around here seeing chickens just clucking around the neighborhood or clucking around the field. They didn't know what to do with the chickens, but some way, somehow, Africans were just so innovative. They just said, hey, we gonna start cooking these chickens. Nobody else that thought about just eating chickens but Africans. Come on, Africans. Y'all food do not look aesthetically pleasing, bro. A goosey don't look good. What's that? Is that goosey, that slime okra they be eating? Then the fufu. Then y'all don't even know how to prep the food correctly. Like even when y'all hunt, listen, I'm an avid hunter. I love to hunt, right? I love hunting, man. That's like my fifth passion in life is hunting. And one thing, I'm gonna tell y'all a story too. This is how I know we know what to do, right? As hunters, because before I get to my story, Africans don't know how to hunt. You get what I'm saying? When Africans hunt, they unalive the animal. You get what I'm saying? I give them that. They knock off the animal, they bring the animal on their back, and they put the animal down in the pot and cook it. You heard what I said? They put the animal off their chest, put the animal down and cook it. You didn't hear me? They don't clean it. They don't skin it. They don't deworm. We call it deworm, but they don't take the intestines out and nothing. They just stick the whole monkey in the pot, just the whole monkey in the pot and boil it and put some bleeds up in there and eat it. We don't do nothing like that. We don't do nothing. Let me tell y'all a quick story. This is how I learned how to hunt Africans. So I was about 6 or 7 years old. And my grandparents, they all had a bunch of cows, right? But they bought this cow for me, and I named the cow Duke. So I remember throughout the time, Duke was a calf. He started to get big. I mean, I used to play with Duke. I mean, I used to read books to Duke. I mean, I used to go to my grandma's house in the Delta out there in Itabena. I remember I used to sit in the grass and shit. Me and Duke would just hang out together, man. You know what I'm saying? Duke probably didn't understand what I was saying, but I would read books to Duke, right? I remember I play with Duke, you know, just do all types of things with Duke. Man, I remember, now I stayed in Jackson. So Itabena, from Jackson to Itabena, it was probably like an hour, maybe 2 hours away from Jackson, right? So I remember my grandmother, I didn't go to school Thursday. For some, my mama said you don't have to go to school because you're going to spend the weekend with your grandparents. I just always felt that was odd. I always felt that was odd, like, my mama usually take me to Itabena some weekend, but why my grandma and my granddaddy picked me up from Itabena on a Thursday, I just didn't understand it. But anyway, so my grandma and granddaddy come pick me up from my mama's house out there in Jackson, and I get in the car, we ride. Now any other time, my grandma and granddaddy would always talk to me. They would always have conversations with me. But on this particular ride, they're not saying that. Only time they was quiet was because I was playing with my action figures. Like I think I had like some Transformer toys or something, you know, or G.I. Joe. And I like, you know, doing, you know how we were back in the day when we had toys. So they'll tell me, can you keep it down a little bit cool? So I get to the house and I see my cow Duke standing, you know, by the fence, whatever. But I see my uncle standing right there. So I'm like, I'm about to say my uncle now. I'm gonna say, what's up, Uncle Jay? You know, what's going on now? My Uncle Jay, he thought he was like a goddamn cowboy back in the 80s. This dude had a hat. He had the shirt, he had the pants, he had the whole outfit styled to the T, had the boots. Like, man, my uncle would wear cowboy attire 24/7, y'all. Like, it was like 100-degree weather in Mississippi, and this dude would have a whole cowboy attire and everything. That's another story about my uncle, boy. I tell you, I got a whole story. But anyway, so I remember I pull up, I see my uncle, I see my cow Duke right there. So I ain't paying no attention to it. So I get out the car and my uncle said, come on with me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, walk with me. And I'm like, okay, whatever, nigga. Like, can I pee first? So I go in the house and pee right quick, you know, get myself together, drink some juice and shit. Then I go out back outside with my uncle. So my uncle, got a rope around like he walking the cow or whatever. So we just walking, have no clue what's going on. So as we walking towards like a. I know what this shed is. I know what they do in this shed. This is where they knock off all the animals. But I'm not really. It's not really registering to me of what's happening. It's just not. So as we walking, I'm starting like, why are we walking towards here for? You know what I'm saying? It's just not registering to me. So as we get there, my uncle put the cow up in the shed part. You know, this particular room. I don't want to call it a barn, but I'm gonna call this a kill shelter. That's all it is, a kill shelter, y'all. So he brought the cow in the kill shelter. Now, in this particular shelter, as he talking to me, I'm looking at Duke. You know, I'm petting Duke, talking to Duke, letting Duke lick me in my neck and shit, you know, and stuff like that. I'm probably doing some white people shit with the cow too, ain't bullshit. But it's still not registering, but I know where I'm at and I know what happens in this room. So next thing I know, my uncle put these shackles on the front of the cow's hoof. You know, the front, like this, like I'm the cow right here, the front hoof, the front legs of the cow. So he put shackles on the cow, and I'm looking like, man, what you doing? He said, oh, we finna kill this cow. Like, what? You ain't finna kill Duke. So I'm crying. Like, I'm hysterical. I'm like stressed out. I'm just going crazy over what's about to happen to my cow Duke. So they put, my uncle put the shackles on the front hoofs or the front legs of the cow. So now Duke going crazy, Duke moving, you know, doing all this shit right here. So my man, we was some old school niggas. So we had to lift Duke up. Like usually when people do it, they lay it down, whatever. But now we lift him up. So basically, my uncle had this crank where you do this right here, and the crank will pull him up. Now it brought him up just like this. So Duke, foot in the air, he being raised up like this, belly showing like this. My uncle gave me like a long ass machete. He said, hey, stick it in the neck, bring it back down, pull down. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm talking about, I'm going off, like literally like crying. I'm calling my grandma name. I'm just doing all this shit. Like, what are y'all doing? Why y'all doing Duke like this? This is my cow. What the fuck is up with y'all? Man, my uncle stuck that machete up Duke's neck, twisted, brought it down, everything fell out. And he just pulling everything out of Duke's body. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, I was traumatized, bro. This was like 6 or 7 years old, maybe 8. And as he doing this, I'm like, nigga. Like, to hear the screams of Duke when he stuck that thing up his neck and brought it, I said, no. So, I'm pissed. Like, I'm fuming, mad. So, I walk out of there, go to my grandma's house. And I'm going to tell you, looking back on it, if it's even more fucked up because I brought this up to him. So I said, I'm about to call my uncle. Uncle Jay, he killed Duke. He killed Duke. Why y'all let him kill Duke? That's my animal. You know what my grandparents said? That's the point of having cows. So we got something to eat, boy. So now, as you get older, you'll know how I feel to kill an animal. And I said, you crazy as bad shit. I'm mad, like I ain't say nothing to nobody that whole weekend. I didn't eat, didn't go outside, didn't do nothing. Matter of fact, I wasn't even talking back. I was like having attitudes with everybody that weekend. So my mom and daddy come pick me up. They picked me up like on a Monday or Tuesday or something. Cause I think we was out of school Monday or something. I don't know. I think it was like Labor Day or something. Anyway, so they picked me up from my grandma's house. As we get in the car. Keep in mind, my uncle and my granddad them already cut the cow up, you know, made steak burgers out the motherfucker, made all types of stuff out the cow. So I'm in the back seat, you know, waiting on my mom and dad to get in the car. My mama got a big ass like cooler and just stuck it on the back seat with me. And in my spirit, I felt like they was duking that cooler. I'm like, nah, man, my mom won't do no shit like that. My mom won't stand for nothing like that. So I said, Mama, What meat it is? So yeah, that's the cow that your grandma and granddaddy bought. You know, woo, 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 woo. That's the cow. I said, that's Duke. And that shit spooked the hell out of me too, because now I'm riding 2 hours next to Duke in the back seat, cut up with hamburger meat, sausage meat, steak meat, ground beef, whatever type of meat you want, whatever you could do. He was riding next to me in the cooler, and you know that psychologically messed me up as a kid. So anyway, we get to the crib. And my mama put the meat up in the deep freezer, right? Now in the deep freezer, I used to have these push popsicle things back in the day. You know, y'all remember that baby be cold. It's like whatever, it get freeze up, then you eat it, right? My popsicles up in there, my waffles up in there. It was something else up in there I used to eat. Man, you know, I was so terrified to go up in that in that cooler, knowing that Duke meat was up in there. Duke meat was inside that cooler next to all the stuff I like to eat. It took me about 2 or 3 years to really open that deep freezer again. Cause now when my mom used to shop, I say, "Can you put it in the refrigerator? Don't put it in the deep fridge. Just put it in the refrigerator. If daddy eat the food that I like, that's fine. But don't put it in the refrigerator no more, you know." Cause my mom used to buy the food I had from my daddy so she'll put it up in the deep freeze. But anyway, it just goes to show that when we unalive an animal, we just don't cook the animal and eat the animal like that. You get what I'm saying? Like if an African had a cow, they'll just probably cut the cow head off and don't even clean the cow out. Don't even clean the intestines of the cow. They'll probably eat the cow raw, just like it is. That's what we see on National Geographic on TV. But there's nothing in that Africans do that we copy. Y'all don't have nothing. Education, what education? Then one dude said, "Yeah, our kids are more educated than the black." That's a lie. Your children are not more educated than black Americans. I'm sorry. Black American children are highly intelligent. There's a Morehouse video I saw. Man, I wish I would have saved this video, y'all. But it was a beautiful black American men, young black American men, going to school for being a doctor, neurosurgeon, just everything dealing with being a doctor. And I say it was about 15 of them, man. Now that 15, maybe 2 or 3 of them was some immigrants from what I can see. Maybe not. But the rest of them was black Americans. Man, you know how proud that made me to see my young black Americans, man, being doctors. And finally we could put to rest on that. African doctors are not dominating black American doctors. I think people used to just go into the emergency room. Man, there's all types of black American doctors out here, y'all. And you Africans are not one of them. Now y'all might be in the what you call it? What you call it? The C, what you call it? Not the LPN, but the CPN. If I'm thinking about, man, I'm thinking about CPN. What I'm talking about? I'm talking about CPN. No, I ain't talking about no CPN. Now it got LPN, CNAs. Yeah, you know, you might got a lot of immigrants that are CNAs or something. We got some, yeah, you might got some a few black immigrants that are nurses out here that use scam degrees that slide through the system. But y'all ain't outbeating us black Americans. We were just better doctors. We were better healthcare professionals. We just better than y'all. Even sports. Now I will give y'all this. I do like this African wrestler, Oda. I think his name is Oda. He's doing his thing, but I do like Tricky Williams also. So I've been getting back to wrestling like. But it's certain things, but even athletic wise, y'all not better than us. Y'all just not. I don't know, man. I don't know why Africans think we copy everything from y'all. There's nothing about Africa that we copy from y'all. Just even me explaining that story on how we hunt, it ain't nothing like y'all, man. We hunt different. We hunt different. Sorry, Africans. I'm just sorry. I just had to let y'all know, man. I just had to get that out my spirit, y'all. You know, because Africans, I always think we copy. Then what else they say we copy from them? Hair braid. They said, well, you know, you got the man. We on braid our hair like that. Listen, it just don't make no sense to me. You mean to tell me that out of all the people, all the continents, because there was black people, there was melanated people on every continent. You mean to tell me each continent of people had to go to Africa to learn how to braid hair? It was nobody there just figured out how to do this shit right here. Do this right here. It was just nobody. Only Africans thought about that. I think even if you believe in the out of Africa theory, right? And let's say a bald head African and another bald head African, they go to to another part. They come to the United States, and these two bald head Africans, a man and a woman, have children, right? The bald head African and the bald head mama, the bald head daddy African and the bald head mama African never braided their daughter's hair, never touched their hair or nothing, right? The bald head mama African died and the bald head African daddy died, but the daughter is still living. Daughter never learned how to braid hair, but she just mysteriously she just figured out how to do this. Somebody had to. No, it's just common sense, man. It's just common sense. And this same African girl that who bald head parents are deceased, then she found another tribe of people over in this indigenous land. They might have taught the African how to braid hair. How Africans know that the indigenous people in America then teach this African how to braid hair? Think about it, man. Anyway, y'all have a good evening, man. I see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the comments. And give me some suggestions, man, on what else do Africans say to y'all about how we copy them. But anyway, salute.
My heart was heavy, when my mind was tired, you walked into my shadows with a quiet fire. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. Every word you speak cuts straight through. Brian Jehovah, carving my youth into something real, something new. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. When the lies were louder than the voice inside, you wrote peace upon me, pulled me to your side. Brian Jehovah, Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. Every word you speak cuts straight